Mike in the night. Ooh. Yeah. Intro song by Ralphie. Mike in the Night is streaming. Guys, today is Monday, December 26, 2022. It is 2 p.m. local Pacific time, or 2:05 local Pacific time. We are 14 weeks out. Welcome to the 474 pre-show of Mike in the Night, because we can't talk on here. YouTube. And I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching this transmission, whether you're watching us from your condo in the sky to your camper or cabin in the woods, or just couch surfing, or maybe on a road trip, or relaxing on your lazy boy. People of the night, welcome to Mike in the Night. It's 3 a.m. and something is moving you. The voice of the Commonwealth, hashtag Mike in the Night, exclusively streaming on Odyssey. If you ain't on Odyssey, you ain't nowhere. Let's get informed, involved, and engage. And add me on Skype, Mike Martins 1980, when we open our lines. So we won't be opening too many lines here on YouTube because we are very heavily censored on here. We cannot speak on here. And I've been suspended 15 times on YouTube. And people go to me, Mike, that's impossible. You get 3 strikes, you're out. No, they give you a strike, then you can't post anything for 3 months. Then they give you a second strike. No, you can't post anything for a week or live stream. And then I think it was second strike, you can't post for 3 months. And then I've been on that second strike thing many times. So the comments are going, so when do you go on Odyssey? So when you go on Odyssey, I am out. Well, no, you're going to have to go to Odyssey. The link is up top to the Odyssey link. I'm going to go plug that right now. Guys, if you want to go on Mike in the Night on Odyssey, you're going to have to go on Odyssey to watch it. Let's open it up for you folks to see. There it is, 474, and let me refresh that because it's kind of, the title's a little bit old there. So there it is. I even have the chat open on Odyssey right now. The chat is open. Government's in a race to punish their citizens, so there it is right there. And there is the live chat right there on Odyssey ready to go. We already have 6 people waiting for the show that starts in an hour and a half. And we usually get a nice build-up, and we get a nice stream of people, and we got a good replay on Mike in the Night. But we can't talk on here, so... And another place that, I mean, I can't even post the posts I have here. So if you guys want to go to Twitter, go ahead and go to Twitter. I call it Twitter, so I don't care what you guys say. There it is. There's my Twitter if you guys want to go. Nicely growing. If you guys want to go on there, unfortunately, again, I can't even go through some of this stuff here. I can't do it. My channel keeps getting shut off all the time when I decide to hint at something. But there's good news. There's channels out there. They're wide open. 250,000 subscribers. Not even 2 years old. All they do is post-dict on their channel. They don't even predict anything. They just post-dict and talk about what's currently happening. But if I even hint towards something or what's happening, or hint or question something, I get shut right down. I think it's because I'm in Canada, because in Canada, there's different regulations in Canada. And what's happened is I noticed that the only time a video ever goes viral for me is when the internet in Canada goes down across the country. If we get a little local regional shutdown, I get 26,000 views on a video. If I get a coast-to-coast Canada shutdown, I get close to 140,000 views on 114,000 views on the video with the internet down across Canada. So it's, in my opinion and my thought, that I believe that the Canadian government, since 2012, ironically, when I started my second YouTube channel, my first YouTube channel had 33,000 something subs. My second YouTube channel, I couldn't even get to 100 subscribers, even if I gave away a cure to cancer and how to solve and how to create world peace in under a minute. I will not get that. So there's something that was happening. So people are asking, yeah, I was kicked off. I was kicked. I don't know if you guys remember, we were going to do this big Rumble launch. We were going to start going live on Rumble. We were going forward on Rumble. We did a few test streams on Rumble. Remember that, guys? And then that night came with a big mic in the night. I even advertised it. I advertised it everywhere. And Rumble just wouldn't give us a stream key to stream live on Mic in the Night. And just, boom, finished. So we had to come back to... So we've pretty much always... Then we had to go back on Odyssey in a frantic pace to try and set up the live stream here. So on Odyssey. So someone's saying, I don't have Rumble. I could show you guys with my Rumble. If you guys want to watch replays of Mic in the Night, but you can't call in because obviously it's a replay, right? I'm going to go here. I'm going to give you guys my Rumble here real quick so you guys can see what it is. I did put up the last 2 Mic in the Night prediction shows. I put Ruble in. Rumble, here we go. Rumble.com. So let me go to my channel here. Okay, so there's the prediction show part 2 of that's last week's prediction show. And let's go to the channel right here. There's the channel right there. If you guys want to go on that, you're welcome to go. But they're only replays of Mic in the Nights. Some of them got deleted or taken down. So there's 467, A Dark Winter Ahead, 20 weeks out. Look how the time passes. We're, 14 weeks out now? See, Mic in the Night, I can't say that here. There's a lot of things I can't say, but there's a lot of shows on here that are on here, but you're going to watch them on replay. So there's Rumble. Oh, you don't have Odyssey either? Oh, no. Yeah, because this is where we actually speak. We got Cree's Crazy Life. You're going to want to go watch this later. I'm pretty sure you could watch it without having to subscribe or be part of Odyssey. But it's free, right? So if you want to get... There it is right there. And there's a link up top for tonight's show if you guys want to join. But yeah, this is a big one. This is going to be a big Mic of the Night. And, all right, what's going on here? I think I got my audio on too loud here. All right, it's Mic of the Night pre-show. The pre-show, nobody freak out. Everyone's freaking out. All right, let's go to your comments. Mike, is your birth year 1980? It's actually 78. I'm a 78er. I'm a 70s baby. I'm a 78er. I'm going to be 45 in March of next year. I have Mike Martin's 1980 because I was single for years. So I try to, maybe a couple of years younger on me, maybe look, feel a little younger. I didn't say I was born in 1980, but I had 1980 as my email when I was in the dating scene for 6, 7, 8 years. I wasn't dating though. Nobody wants to be with the guy that's under 5'10", you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, here in the West, that's kind of a punishment, that you kind of go through, right? Okay. All right. Mike in the Day says Lord Humongous. We got Lord Humongous on the show. Hope everybody has a good Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. I made a small little 2-minute Merry Christmas video for you guys. I'll go check out though. Give me some more. I'll give you some more support. I appreciate that. Yeah, Lord Humongous prediction on the prediction show. He was on the first prediction show, I think it was. Was he on the second? He was in the second prediction show. He was 110% on point. So there it is. Someone says, David is saying, you can watch Odyssey without signing up. Very easy. Just click the link, F YouTube. Oh, I thought I was older. I was born in 1980. And I sent you some links on Skype, says Lux Report. Where's Lux Report here? Lux Report. It's kind of hard when you got a lot of people on Skype. It's Lux Report. What's your name? Or are you allowed to tell me your name on Skype? Oh, I think I know who it is. Okay. UK cements 10-year partnership with what is that? Oh yeah, that's gonna be for Mike in the Night. That's gonna be for Mike in the Night on Odyssey. We can't talk about it here on YouTube. Unfortunately, we don't have those 250,000 subscriber channels on YouTube. A year and a half post dicting everything and just blatantly saying what's going on. We don't have those kind of channels. I'm not part of that group. I'm not controlled. It's proof I'm not controlled opposition, right? So you guys don't have to worry about that. Trump one says I just found a Snickers candy bar in my backpack. I am excited. All right, guys. Let's go into some headlines we were allowed to talk about on the show here that we are allowed to talk about. Let's do a quick channel plug, guys. Here it goes. Come on, load. What's wrong with you, Odyssey? Let's go. A load. Nothing's loaded. Come on, load. What's wrong with you? Today, computer's just like so backed up. I don't know why. So here it is, guys. There's the Odyssey channel for Mike in the Night. We're going to go live in exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes. The clock is ticking. And artbydano.com, artbydano.net, not your typical art, is not loading. And there it goes. Art by Dano. Glossy prints. 3 for $30. Use code 3 for 30. Let Dano know you found us on Mike in the Night. You can find Dano at the Huntington Beach Pier. Kiwi.nz.radio. KiwiRadio.nz. MikeInTheNight.com. Don't forget to check it out. Be part of the channel. Like and subscribe and the whole 9 yards. And let me see if it's under here. We couldn't find that. So there's a page that was taken down. I'm not sure where things have been moved around, so go there. That's for Kiwi music shows. I'm just trying to see if I could find, I don't even know where, podcasts, I think that's it. The podcast section now, and it's there. I don't know where the episodes, I'm going to ask Ralphie where the episodes of Mike in the Night are on here, because I have no idea where he moved them. I'm not seeing them here. MP3 archives, yeah. And it's not here. Okay. So I need to find out from him where that is. I'll keep you guys posted on that, not to worry. Fakeologist.com. And go to FakeoTube. FakeoTube right here. This thing's updated, I think, every couple of hours. There's something on here on FakeoTube. So don't forget to check out FakeoTube. Fakeologist.com. And I don't know why my YouTube channel's up here. Who cares? And if you guys want to keep the lights on, I want to thank Pamela Page and a couple other people for supporting the channel. There it is. Keep the lights on for Mike in the Night if you guys want to make a donation to help, just to help out. I am a private citizen, so it's hard for me. There's my donor box if anyone cares to donate a few bucks to support the transmission. It's been last, I don't know, since the flood here in Merritt, since we went through the great Merritt flood. Since then, it's been very hard for me to get my anything back on track. I mean, it's been hard for anything to come back on track, and really hard to make any ends meet anymore, right? Really hard to make any ends meet, and unfortunately, I'm not a public sector servant or a public servant working for the government on a federal, provincial, or a municipal level, so I don't give myself a raise every 3 weeks or every month to adjust to the cost of prices of things, so... And I don't think I even paid myself since the flooding in Merritt. And it's been very hard. It's been very hard to just, make it through and do my best and, do what I can. And I'm not trying to give you a sad story or play the victim. It's just, I want to remain a private citizen. I want to do my thing. I want to, because I believe at least I have a right to it. I've paid my taxes every year. According to, what is that, Canada Revenue Agency, I didn't pay them for 1 year corporate tax return, which was filed electronically and mailed in and all kinds of stuff. And now they want to audit me. Even though the tax return was sent in electronically and it won't accept the second one because their system has already accepted it. We're finished. I don't know what's going to happen anymore. Yeah, did you hear? Yeah, let me see if I can bring up those Paris riots. Oh, I got to bring it up on Mike in the Night, though, because there's a few things they talk about on there that, I got to be really careful about what I'm talking about here on there's a few topics here we could talk about on the YouTube. Okay. Canadian mortgage debt hits 100% of GDP, crisis risk surges. There it is. More and more people in Canada over-leveraging, overbuying, buying more than they could afford. Canadian mortgage debt is slowing, but it's way past the point of becoming a problem. And Bank of Canada and data shows outstanding mortgage credit slowed October 2022. So Canada's economy and a lot of blue states of America, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK have been building their economies off of housing and exporting housing to money launderers and stuff, which is a good plan at first, but it starts to fall apart and crumble later. And if we go here, we talk. Let's just go to our channel here, just so you guys know that we've been typing ATM. And here we go, like a broken record. Housing ATM machine, massive default ahead, people taking on too much debt 4 years ago. Canadian housing disaster, people using homes as ATM machines, over leveraging to the max 3 years ago. People eating off their homes, ATM machine, over 82% of Toronto's debt is tied to real estate 4 years ago. Homes are new ATM machines, people borrowing too much 6 years ago. So this is something, again, we've been talking about for a very, very long time, and it was a tool to destroy the Western private sector, right? Yes, we got the Roomba. We got the Roomba here for you people. Don't worry. Canadian job vacancies fall sharply as population surges. So Canada is bringing in a lot of people from the third world to come and prop up and I don't know how they're going to do it when, see that apartment right there? You see that apartment right there with that view? $800,000. That's $800,000. That's $800,000. You see the one bedroom below us? Let me show you this one bedroom here. General Custer built this one bedroom right here. There's the one bedroom right there. See that one bedroom right there? $600,000. Yeah. That's $500,000 American. Woo! Woo! For a one bedroom. Yeah. And you know what the property tax on that is? $3,400 a year. That's $2,200 American. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what people get in Canada. So what else is going on here? Canadians continue to flee real estate bubbles to more affordable provinces. And let's type in Canadians. So mass exodus. And see what's happening. So this is just regurgitated news that's happening. So Vancouver mass exodus, young families leaving 3 years ago. Even Ireland. Mass exodus, young families leaving, brain drain 6 years ago. Toronto mass exodus is real. Food and fuel set to skyrocket 1 year ago. It just keeps going. A Canadian brain drain is real. Mass exodus of young families seek affordability in the USA 5 years ago. And that's to me why they don't allow Canadians to migrate to America. Because they could sell their house here for $2 million and buy the same house with more land in Alabama for $140,000. So that's the problem. $140,000. Yeah. Lord Humongous is saying $800K, no problem. Just get the Monopoly money machine. Oh, Trump wants since Youngstown, Ohio is down 59% population since 1970, since the steel mills closed. Because their economy was built off of production and exports and fabrication. Here, this $800,000 condo and the population surging again. This $800,000, this not the building, guys. The condo unit for $800,000, that 2-bedroom. There's no production exports. It's bullshitty. It's a bullshitty that they're doing here. A bullshitty. Yeah. So let's keep going here before I end up getting a heart attack. All right. Hundreds of Canadians stranded in Mexico after Sunwing cancellation.
When the fuck did I ever ask you if I could come out here?
So, hundreds of Canadians stranded in Mexico after Sunwing cancellations. Hundreds of Canadians are stranded in Cancun, Mexico, and don't know how they'll get home after the Sunwing flights were canceled last week.
What the fuck is that?
And passengers say they've never been shuffled from hotel to hotel after sleeping on floors at the airport and in lobbies, saying there's no end in sight to their ordeal. We just want to go home, said Tess, who was scheduled to fly home to Calgary on December 22nd aboard a Sunwing flight from Mexico. I never expected us to be in a situation like this. I never thought that it would be even possible. We're writing to the consulate. We're writing to hire lawyers. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
Now!
So there it is right there. And finally, she and her companion were told their flight would leave on Christmas Eve, she said. But when the time came, she said that Sunwing represented as if the flight didn't exist. So they're now creating stuff that don't exist. So people that are sleeping on hotel floors in Mexico and hotel floors at airports and all kinds of weird places, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening. That's what's happening now to the stranded passenger, right?
Yeah, at least you could do is return my phone calls.
Yeah.
I've been trying to reach you. You're tougher to get than the president.
We got Joe Pesci here early tonight. Okay, U.S. Aid to Ukraine eclipses most world military budgets. There it is right there. So the proxy war in the Ukraine, Russia, that they had to pull when we told you guys they're going to pull the trigger on the pandemic and they're going to have a hot war. Well, this is your hot war, and obviously they did the other thing that I mentioned. And we in August of 2019, we were discussing this in not vaguely, not post-dicting. Somebody asked my prediction, I told them that, and that's what it is. So there's your war right there. The $113 billion in U.S. to aid Ukraine has eclipsed the annual military budget of every country in the world except the United States and China.
We're not gonna hurt you. Merry Christmas.
And the passage of the $1.7 trillion omnibus-spelling bill grant Ukraine $45 billion in military and economic aid, making the total to date $113 billion.
I'm a lawyer.
The Quincy Institute of Ben Friedman and William Harding cataloged some of the ways that the Ukraine has expected many other of our own government's expenditures and even other countries' entire military budgets. Oh, there's a couple of doggies there. Look at these doggies sleeping. Oh, look at the doggies. Number one, America aid to any country in 1 year since at least the Vietnam War, Russia's 2023 $84 billion military budget, and every country military budget except for China and the United States. American aid for communities affected by drought, hurricane, flood, and wildfire, and natural disasters by $4 billion. So basically, they've spent more money on this proxy BS war happening in Russia, Ukraine, and that's why I've never picked sides, because we brought this up. I brought this up, and other channels ran with it, with my word salad, where it basically said, what happens if what would happen if there was these biological labs, military structures, testing facilities, training facilities on the U.S.-Mexican border, on the Mexican side, and China was in cahoots with Mexico and building this along the American border. What do you think the Americans are going to do? Well, under Biden regime, nothing. But under any other conservative, constitution-abiding president would actually step in and clean house, right? So that's what people don't see here, you know? So Sully Delagori is saying, buy me a coffee is the best way to receive donations. Did you see the news of the Roomba? Yeah, I got that. What else is in? I would start walking back. Airlines are a nightmare. So Lord Humongous, 41 billion as millions sleep in the rough. Your government loves you. Yeah. So there it is, the military budget, and it's the most since anything else, and than any other country, pretty much is what they're stating there. Oh, look, isn't that the girl from She was a star. Now she works in Merit. This is oh, she's from 100 Cigarettes or 10 Ways I Hate You or something, or. I remember her. She was in the Bourne Supremacy or the Bourne Ultimatum or whatever. Yeah, I remember her. Julia Stiles. Yeah, she lives in Merritt now, by the way, guys. Okay, German Green Party foreign minister, beauty stylist, costs taxpayers 7,500 euros a month. So the German Green Party foreign minister's beauty stylist costs taxpayers 7,500 euros a month.
And what the fuck are you doing on TV anyhow?
So there it is right there. German federal foreign minister Annela Baerbock, the Green Party employs a personal stylist costing taxpayers 7,500 euros a month, an enormous amount of money to be spending when Germany is facing an energy and inflation crisis. I know someone that gets paid almost that much, not in euros, about 5,000 to 10,000, 5 to 8,000 Canadian, to teach French at a French immersion school, but they don't even speak French. They don't even speak French, and they're just filling these positions and giving people these six-figure incomes. Yeah, so there it is. Yeah.
Is it possible?
So there it is right there. Okay. And Kamala Harris left reeling after busload of illegal aliens dropped off outside her home. So they want this open border thing. Let them take care of the open borders and the illegals. But guys, I don't want people to think, oh, I'm in Canada and I'm not really doing well here because I can't even afford to eat anymore in Canada working 2 jobs. I'm just going to go to America and work 1 job and try to make it. I'm not promoting. If you're Canadian, you're going to have a really tough time getting into America or trying to plead amnesty or trying to get across like they do in the South into the North. You'll be deported. I'm telling you this right now because ever since I talked about Canadians being deported from America, that are married to Americans, that are in America for years, that have a business in America, they're being picked up, handcuffed, put on planes or trains or buses. The guy from Tampa Bay was on a bus to Quebec. They're cracking down on Canadian illegal migrants in America. Big time. Big time. So there it is. Kamala Harris was left reeling over Christmas after 3 busloads of illegal aliens were dumped outside of her home in Washington, D.C. The move was the latest Governor Greg Abbott's policy to ship illegal immigrants from the collapsed southern border, Democrat-controlled areas to raise awareness about the border crisis. So I think there's the house right there. Migrants dropped off. It's a YouTube video, so it's going to flag my YouTube video, so I'm not going to play it. Yeah. Oh, this is Twitter. Okay, I can put this Twitter here. Here they are. There's some bus migrants there getting on. Oh, this is on Twitter. So, your policies will leave many people in a bitter, dangerous cold as a polar vortex moves into Texas, Abbott wrote. Texas has borne a lopsided burden caused by your open border policies. So I need people to understand that are watching this in Canada or Australia, wherever. The border is not open between Canada and the United States. I just want to make that really clear here on the show. I want to make this very clear. All America has to do to its southern border is do what it does to its northern border. So people need to understand that. There's ground sensing, penetrating radar, laser sensors, all kinds of SWAT teams ready to SWAT you in Canada to the U.S. You could be lost in some cornfield in between Canada and the U.S. They'll tackle you and take you out and bring you back to Canada. So all America needs to do is what it does on its northern border to the south. Problem solved. So I'm just letting people know this because I have a lot of people saying, yeah, I'm gonna jump Canada and go to America. You got to be very careful. For some reason, the American governance there does not want Canadians down there for some reason. Okay, what's going on? Yeah. Mexicans can't get in from the no snow. Mexicans can't get in from the north. I don't know. See, now we're getting into specifics. I know if you're Canadian, you're in Canada, and if you're European descent or you're Caucasian, you'll be tackled at the U.S. and you'll be shipped back to Canada. So I don't know specifically who or what's allowed, but I know Canadians are not welcome in America, basically, by the current administration there in America. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, Big Brother is protecting you. There he is on TV.
And what the fuck are you doing on TV anyhow?
So there he is on TV. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, Big Brother is protecting you. In New York, this is from our friends over at the Reclaim the Net. So if you guys want to check it out. So it goes here. In New York City, remember we've been talking about Kathy Who Calls, whatever her name is, defunding the police, and people can't even take the subway anymore in New York, and how destructive New York and how a danger zone New York has become. And she got reelected recently through the midterms. You could tell that was completely fabricated, but that's okay. But no, it's not okay. But you get where I'm coming from here, right? So in New York City, political rather than professional consideration seems to be dictating the way police will proceed in fighting crime, including the degree to which this will include the use of invasive technology. So this is coming from Mayor Eric Adams, that Big Brother's protecting you while he's on television.
And what the fuck are you doing on TV anyhow?
And Mayor Eric Adams must have not read the book, because in dystopian form, he says he just declared Big Brother is actually the good guy. Let me open that in full. And Mayor, namely reports suggested that the mayor, now a year in office, is well aware of how the city is spiraled into crime. There's been a whopping increase of 23.5% during the past year alone. The lawlessness allegedly came from the consequence of they claim it's from that, measures that, along with other things, exacerbated the problem of homelessness and anti-police protests and the erosion in moral among the force. Now Adams, a Democrat, wants to please both his moderate supporters by dealing with crime and the progressive on the left, who oppose most anything that might resemble backing the police by doubling down on methods as controversial and facial recognition surveillance cameras. So there it is right there. He is on television saying this.
And what the fuck are you doing on TV anyhow?
All right, nobody knows. It remains a mystery why he is on TV. And people have been talking about this on the comment section. Your Roomba may put pictures of your family using the bathroom on the internet. So there it is. There it is. You guys have been talking about that tonight on the show, so I kind of want to bring it up for you guys. According to a recent report from MIT Technology Review, a woman's Roomba robot vacuum cleaner recently took photos of her on the toilet. Somehow, the photos ended up on Facebook, shared by gig workers in a foreign country. What?
You little creep!
Okay. The MIT Technology Review reportedly reported that during the autumn of 2020, a group of gig workers based in Venezuela posted various pictures of online platforms where they discuss work-related matters, the images of some of which were often intimate in nature, show scenes from inside homes taken from a low perspective. So let's see if we get if it shows an idea. It shows the idea there at the beginning. So there it is. The Roombas are taking... And it listens to you too. It does everything. There's your Roomba. So if you're in the bathroom and your Roomba's going around, they are posting this stuff on social media for everybody to see. Right? Right. So...
I'm a lawyer.
All right, guys. We're ticking down, guys. This is the Mike in the Night pre-show. This is the Mike in the Night pre-show for Mike in the Night on Odyssey. We're going to be going live. And let's get the timer here. We got the timer here. We got our timer here for Mike in the Night. We're going to be going live on Odyssey where we are allowed to speak. So according to this, we're going to be live in 52 minutes for Mike in the Night. In 52 minutes. And the chat's going on there. We got people from Pakistan on there. So we got this going, rolling really nice here. And we're gonna, and basically live in 52 minutes. Let me refresh that because it's showing live in 3 hours. No. Live in 52 minutes, guys. Mike in the Night. We're going to be switching over soon and get off YouTube because we just can't speak on YouTube. And you can find replays of Mike in the Night on Rumble. People say they can't find me anywhere else, or they can't find the uncensored show. I know we have a little bit of soundboard swearing here today, but let's get some Ric Flair here.
Woo! Woo!
Arnold.
This is me, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So we got all kinds of soundboards ready for you guys. We had Ricky Spanish on, if you guys remember, Mike in the Night Prediction Show Part 1.
Ricky Spanish.
And let me tell you something. Ricky Spanish really went off the handle. Ricky Spanish went off the handle on the first Mike in the Night there that we did, the prediction show. So if you want to go on the channel here, you could go here, and you could go to playlists, and you could find episodes of Mike in the Night right there. You go episodes, then you click on this button right here, and there's hundreds of episodes of Mike in the Night there. We're trying to archive and find all kinds of episodes that we had. All right, let's go to your comments here. There's a lot of people commenting here. So there it is, Mike in the Night. The link's up top, but I'm going to copy it so you guys could join us here in T-minus 52 minutes according to this. If you guys want to join us and be part of the channel, 51 minutes for Mike in the Night. And we can't even play music on here. We can't even do anything on here. All right, let's go to your comments. Okay, automated dog and cat food and water systems too. That's what Pamela Page is saying, is watching or recording you. And then Famyusha Eyebrow 91 says, create a problem, offer a pre-made solution. Yeah. And Lord Humongous is saying, whoever would pay for this shit is beyond me. And Ben Savage is saying, my Govy LED lights have a microphone in Bluetooth, and now what the F, so my lights can listen to me. Apparently, yeah, a lot of the lights, the LED light bulbs, the plastic bulbs, we covered this on Mike in the Night. I think it was in 2018 or 2019 when we were still on YouTube, where we were talking about how these lights have, and we actually read the article, and some guy saw the light, like he sawed with a handsaw the plastic light, because it's not glass, right? So the plastic light, the LED, sawed it open, showed the wiring and stuff. And this was stuff that the CIA was using 10, 20 years ago to spy on their technology. So the technology wasn't too new, but it was still good enough and cheap enough and mass manufactured to put inside light bulbs. Okay. So, Lord Humongous is saying, technology is not your friend. And then we got Pamela saying, anything with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth is spying and listening. Then Ben Savage is saying, Mike, a custom, you should get a Superman costume. Oh, Superman costume with the ball cap and wear some dark sunglasses. Yeah, that might be an idea. Who else we got here? Yep. And then going off the handle means you're over the target. Yeah. Our world is watching us, tracking and listening to us. That's God. I don't know why man wants to supersede, or what man's obsession is with trying to figure out what kind of underwear I like, or what kind of porn I watch, or what kind of cars I drive. Like, I don't know. That's man's obsession, right? There is a ticking signal, says Lord Humongous. Alarm systems too. Our phones, TV, gaming systems. Walking Journey in the house. Oh my God, God bless you, The Next Journey. Let me plug his channel for you guys. The Next Journey. His main channel was taken down. So let me his channel never comes up though when I look it up like that. I have to go scroll. And he's on Rumble too. So there's The Next Journey, guys. If you guys want to check him out, I'm going to give you the link. It's a YouTube / at Walking Journey. If you guys want to find him like that. I tried doing one of those like channel thingy to find me so people could find me easily. Unfortunately, it doesn't. My channel won't take it. It won't allow it again because being in Canada, it's weird. Canada with the bills and all this stuff they're trying to pass to censor us from talking or talking about how the government's laundered money and disenfranchised our middle class. They don't want people talking about that anymore. And there's other things on here I can't say on YouTube because we're gonna switch over to Odyssey in a bit here. You are tuned in to the Mike of the Night pre-show, and let me go over here real quick. Where was it? Where the heck was that? Yeah, so there it is. We're covering a few thing here. I'm gonna keep this open here. Let me just open my Odyssey here, so we could keep tabs on when I go live on the other channel, because I don't want to miss going live on here. So 46 minutes to go till we go live on Odyssey, and I switch everything over. Okay, where the heck were we? Okay, no. Okay, there's your Roomba taking pictures of your ass while you're on the toilet. And,
I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Forget it.
All right. Argentina's central bank reserves, after stealing the last World Cup, after stealing the last Soccer World Cup, I wonder who's going to steal it the next World Cup. Argentina's central bank reserves up after IMF disbursements. So the IMF is paying Argentina to basically be Argentina and not allow the country to actually produce, export, have their own mineral rights, water rights, open land rights. They're basically disenfranchising the Argentinian people. And Argentina's central bank, BCRA, reserves went up this week after International Money Fund, IMF, agreed to disperse nearly $6 million following successful review of the South American country's third quarter targets. So they're just giving out millions, 2 billions, and so went up from 39 billion to US to 43.26 billion. In the last 24 hours. The IMF board Thursday approved the third quarter targets. So what they're doing is they're getting countries like this online or on their life support to keep them going and disenfranchising them for doing anything. It's the same thing with Portugal. Portugal's the same thing. The Portuguese can't fish in their own waters. Portuguese can't grow and make certain cheeses. Portuguese can't do anything because that's going to the French, to the Dutch, to other countries. But the Portuguese who've been doing it for thousands of years can't do it. Because that's just how it works, right? Yeah, I need a food and beverage job without going on television. So that's what Lord Humongous is talking about this.
You could have had the food and beverage job without going on television.
So what I mean about that, when I bring that up, is that government workers that get caught doing what it is they do, and instead of getting fired and getting off the public tit, they stay on the public tit, get a raise. So instead of making $260,000 a year, they're making $320,000, and they get the food and beverage job. And we've seen it countless and countless times where these public servants can't get fired from the government. They just stay on the public tit. They can't open their own business. I haven't paid myself since the floods. Since the floods in 2021, in Merritt of November, I still haven't paid myself since then because I can't afford to, because I'm a private citizen in the private sector with a private business. And I just can't. It's getting really hard. So unfortunately, I'm not on the public tit. So
You could have had the food and beverage job without going on television.
All right, so there it is. Childish China threatens Taiwan again. So there it is. China has decided to finish the year by antagonizing Taiwan. Reports indicate that 71 planes and 7 military ships were sent by China toward the independent nation of Taiwan inside 24 hours between Sunday and Monday. Remember Tedros when people were asking, is Taiwan okay from the pandemic? And Tedros is saying, China is doing okay. China is like, no. We're asking about Taiwan. No. China. Yeah, Lord Humongous is claiming that he hasn't had a decent check since 2019. It's been very hard for private citizens. Very hard. And I never gotten anything handed to me. I worked towards what I wanted in my life. So Childish China. Election investigator wins lawsuit over 120,000 missing votes. American voters soon may be getting an answer to what happened to the 120,000 people in Pennsylvania who allegedly voted in the 2020 election but now cannot be found. So this is something that's happened. When we told you guys they were going to call a snap election in Canada and the Liberal government was going to win, same thing. Elections Canada, 205,000 mail-in ballots weren't counted. 100,000 mail-in ballots were not counted. It's the walking journey. I'm going to call you on Odyssey, buddy. I can't talk to you on here. I can't talk to you on YouTube, dude. I'm going to go on for like 30 something minutes. I'll switch over real quick bathroom break and switch over to Odyssey. I can't censor people on this when they call in, right? It's just easier for me to do it on Odyssey. So taking in calls from anybody right now won't work on YouTube. It's just I'm going to get shut down basically. So yeah, private sector screwed, says Lord Humongous. We could get Lord Humongous on the show too to kind of update us on what's going on there in Colorado. On the humongous wasteland. Who else could we get? So there it is. Snap Elections Canada. And we a lot of people were bashing me, telling me basically Canada won't call snap election in the middle of pandemic. Mike, you're stupid. They did, and they won. Same thing with Macron and all the other people. Whoopi Goldberg doubles down and claimed the Holocaust wasn't racial. Claiming the Holocaust wasn't racial, calling it white-on-white violence. Okay, so Whoopi Goldberg, the queen of The View here. Sorry, guys, the queen of The View right here. Basically, don't know. She left Twitter, okay? She left Twitter. She left Twitter, which is really, really, really good. And
I'm Jerry Callow. Callow. Callo.
So there it is right there. So she's no longer on The View. There it is. Okay. Rand Paul's annual Festivus report. 482,276,543,907 in government waste. So there it is, Americans, Senator Rand Paul, on Friday, continued the annual tradition celebrating Festivus, airing out his many grievances as it relates to government waste. So Paul's 2022 Festivus report highlights, I'm not going to read that number again, in government waste, and includes 2.3 million used by National Institutes of Health for experiment involving injecting puppies with cocaine, 202,000 used by the Department of Defense, DoD, on Starbucks espresso machines, and $3 million of the construction of a Gandhi museum, all by taxpayers. So there it is. Ooh, Festivus. Oh yeah, that's from Seinfeld. I got to be careful. I'm on YouTube. I can't play this here. But I'm on YouTube, so maybe I'll play it on Odyssey later. And thousands remain in the dark days after fear storm knocks out power. So where's this? Canadians. And we talked to you guys, we warned you guys back in March of this year about the dark winter that's going to be heading as the narrative starts to fall apart and governments are losing their grip of what is or what isn't happening. They're losing their grip. And what does that mean? That they're going to just shut the lights off on us. They shut the lights off. You can't go get money out of your debit machine. You can't go to the gas station and buy gas. Well, Mike, what does that have to do with my debit card if I have cash? Well, if there's no electricity, you can't buy gas because the pumps work off electricity. The power doesn't generate from heaven. The power doesn't fall from heaven. So yeah, the government's the biggest waste. It takes hard-working citizens' funds and redistributes it to garbage. Mostly 98% garbage. and funding these six-figure income public sector workers. And 2022 Festivus report shows an NIH waste $3 million to watch hamsters fight on steroids, $2.1 million to tell Ethiopians to wear shoes. They spent $2.1 million to tell Ethiopians to wear shoes. Wow. And there's so many struggling small businesses that were affected by the you-know-what. Wow. Let's see if we can find a list of this stuff. This stuff looks pretty cool. The NIH also have $1.1 million to the University of Concepcion in Chile to study influence of glycine receptors on alcohol consumption by training mice to get drunk. Oh my God. According to the report, the study literally involved injecting mice with alcohol and observing their behaviors and reactions. Wow. You can't make this stuff up. $1 million for mice to binge drink. NIH also gave $187,000 in taxpayer dollars to Kent State University to verify that children love their pets.
What the fuck is your problem?
You can't make this shit up, man. It's when you see money get thrown away like this, you don't even know what to say anymore. Further, the NIH has dropped over $2.1 million over the years to encourage rural Ethiopians to wear shoes. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to say anymore. Yeah, like Julia Stiles lives in Merritt now, guys. Oh, works in Merritt. According to this thing on the news that's coming up. And watch Pelosi creates new holiday, tells people to have a happy Schwanza. What is she doing on TV?
And what the fuck are you doing on TV anyhow?
What is she doing on TV? Pelosi creates new holiday, tells people to have a happy Schwanza. Outgoing House Speaker Nancy Pelosi instantly created a new holiday in a speech to members of the U.S. House, but it's getting mocked for her mental flub. She wished people to have a happy Schwanza. What the
fuck is that?
You can't make this stuff up.
You said I'm bringing heat on you? I gotta listen to people because of your fucking shit? You're ordering me out? You better get your own fucking army, pal.
So, I don't know. I get calls from back home every day. This lady's going batshit.
You know I get calls from back home every fucking day? They think you went batshit?
Oh, man. I don't know, man. Okay, guys, what do we got time for? What are we on the clock for? We are 34 minutes to go live on Mike of the Night, guys. I'm going to give you guys a link to the live show. The, just, messaging. Our live chat's going on there. I'm going to give you guys a link to the Odyssey so we can speak freely. There's the link. There's the Odyssey show. Set the reminder, or you don't have to, just have it open. And we got 11 people here already currently waiting. It's going to start in 46 minutes where we could actually speak freely. We could actually freely speak.
Hiya, pal.
All right. Okay, so I like this petition that's going around. Stop the asset tax. Because Canada's finished. It's going to take everything. People in the private sector is going to go completely broke. And I've been telling you, they've been trying to federalize the private sector. They've been trying to federalize our logistics. It's something we've been talking about on the show now for almost over 10 years now. Deadly U.S. winter storm maintains its icy grip, claims at least 34 lives. And so, yeah, it's winter. It happens, right? And there I am on Twitter. And what is this? Oh, I can't go to that one. Sorry, guys. That's reserved for Mike in the Night tonight. Not tonight. In the next, 33 minutes, I'm gonna jump over there for you guys, and we're gonna take in some calls. If the Walking Journey's still available, or could take a call after I do my intro and my news, we'll get him on. It looks like who else? Liam's messaging me. I want to get the McChronicle on the show. I haven't had the McChronicle on the show in a while. Who else we got here? Maybe we can get the Raven on tonight's show on Mike in the Night and see where he's headed with things, or where things are headed. That would be really nice to know, right? So Lord Humongous is saying, how many agents are listening? Press 1. It wouldn't surprise me. And other bigger channels, they just take the whole concept of our show or the concept of speaking points in videos and they replay the whole video and everything we talked about. Not me, of course. They just take our talking points. And someone says, hey, Mike, did you see what this guy said 2 hours ago? I look. We said that like a year and a half ago. Here's the link of us saying it. So that's a lot of, I don't know what's going on. A lot of these post dictors are showing up. I found a YouTube channel with a guy, okay? With a guy. I'm not making this up. Hasn't been on YouTube. It hasn't been on YouTube for 2 years. 250,000 subscribers, 100 and something videos, and he's calling out things that I can't even hint at here on YouTube. I can't even hint at. So some people are getting away with it, and some are just basically getting shut down. And I think it has to do with a lot with me being in Canada. I think the Canadian government, just like Canadian immigration to the U.S., just like all the things I've been talking to you guys about what's going on, I think the Canadian government is working with American corporations through YouTube or private corporations like Facebook, whatever, working with them hand in hand to keep the censorship from Canadians from getting out. Because they have a problem with us talking about the amount of money laundered through Canada, through illegal via operations and disenfranchising the Canadian middle class, destroying our logistic, selling our mines to China, not our mines to China, and our big wood production facilities to China. Yeah, Lord Humongous says, yeah, Mike, they owe us stealing our content. And it's embarrassing. I almost have 5,000 videos on YouTube, almost 5,000. And I have 19,000 subscribers and 10 years of predictions and all kinds of discussion. That's it's virtually impossible. Even a hamster could put up 500 videos and do 50 times better than me. So something's going on. And the only time my channel gets discovered is when there's a blackout in Canada or there is some sort of problem with our internet. It's the only time I get noticed on my videos. Okay, guys, we are going to be live in 30 minutes for Mike in the Night. 30 minutes, we're going to go live. We're going to be switching over in about 15. Give me time for a quick bathroom break, and then we're going to go to the real Mike in the Night. And I'm going to be hitting the phones hard tonight and see if we can get some people on tonight, if possible. So Lord Humongous say Mike in the Night rules, and Pamela Page says Mike in the Night is my favorite. Yeah, Mikey, they owe us stealing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And instead of saying, hey, look at this local small business owner in Canada and look what he's saying or what he's been saying, no, they just take the discussion piece and run with it and follow it and even regurgitate a lot of the words we said, the word salads that don't make any sense we said, and they look like heroes. And that's something that's been really bringing me down for a while now, you know? All this work, all this time. See if we could go here to the YouTube channel here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because I'm so tired of this. Like, it's so like, long-winded. And so if you go about, it doesn't even show how many videos we have. It doesn't even show how many videos. Look. I think we're like 4,700, maybe 5,000 videos. It doesn't even show how many. It used to show how many videos we have here. Gone. I remember I was approaching 5 million views almost 10 years ago, 8 years ago. And look, still 6 million. So something is not right. And then when you go to videos, look, it doesn't allow you to go to oldest video anymore. Look, there's no oldest video anymore. See that? You can't even see my oldest videos anymore. They're gone. Wow. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Yeah, I went through multiple. So right here, internet goes down across Canada. There it is. There's the video right there. Canada goes dark. Bill C-11. They want to silence us. Canada, internet goes down across Canada. Video gets 110,000 views in 36 hours, 48 hours. I don't think 48 hours, 110,000 views because the internet went down across Canada. That doesn't make any sense, Mike. The internet goes down across Canada. How the hell are people seeing your video in Canada? Because I checked the analytics. 98% of the views were in Canada. So when the internet goes down, I get views on my video? It makes no sense. And it's happened. There was a hiccup in Alberta where the power went down or the internet went down in Alberta. Okay? And in less than, right here, a real Canadian hero, Danielle Smith, 36,000 views. And then I checked on that specific day, there was internet problems happening in Alberta and BC. And that video went semi-viral with 36,000 views in 24 hours because the internet went down. So, censorship commies, they control all the platforms. But at what level? At what, I don't know. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary where things are really headed when your country has to do deals with social media platforms to stop you from talking about the money laundering. Yeah, type in money on our channel, see what we get here. Here it is. 3 years ago, Toronto, the most unhappiest city in Canada. No one has money anymore. Debt-driven economy. Look at this Mike in the Night from 2 years ago. Canada needs more laundered money. Money laundering, forcing Canadian middle class into homelessness. Money and wealth will evaporate 2 years ago. Canada, get ready for more Chinese. Parking money in our Canadian middle class. Rest in peace, middle class. College is connected to money laundering. We don't buy things with money. We buy them with our hours from our life 2 hours ago. I'm just reminiscing through. Can't even go through my old videos anymore. Canadian bank bail-ins 4 years ago. Just so many years, so much time put in. Thousands and thousands and thousands of hours put in. And look at this one. Chinese are laundering money and putting pressure on Canadian middle-class affordable housing 4 years ago. It's really bad. Can someone comment below and shed some light what the heck is going on? Foreign buyers apply pressure to affordable housing in Toronto, Vancouver. And we don't have many cities in Canada. And when we lose it to laundered money, there's no way back, unless, I don't know. So... videos from 6 years ago. Housing prices skyrocket all over the world. And 6 years ago. Look, Australia was already talking about banning cash 3 years ago. Depression versus recession. Lord Humongous loves this video because he always references. Australia bank caught red-handed. Westpac faces over 23 million money laundering breaches in 1 year. 23 million money laundering breaches in 1 year. 23 million occasions. I keep thinking it's 21 million. And Lord Humongous always corrects me in the comments saying it's 23 million money laundering breaches. And if I or Lord Humongous or somebody, Pamela, in the comments actually laundered money, what would happen to us? We'd actually go to, we would do time in a prison. We would actually go 5 to 10. Depending on how much you're layering, depending on how much money you're bringing in, depending on how big, we'll do time in prison. We can't do that. But because if you're a foreign entity, you are more valued. As foreigners are more valued than locals, right? So lots of good stuff we talked about here for so many years. Here it is right here. 3 years ago, Canadians to pile on more debt. Cheap borrowing normally increases all forms of household credit growth. After all, the goal with cheap money is for all industries to experience growth. And now they're raising rates and inflation is kicking in. Whoa, shoot. And then now the public sector jobs, the public sector people working for the government will just get more money. They'll just get a raise. Because the governments aren't paying for it. We're paying for it as private citizens. And this is the problem we're facing here. The home business has been going strong way before 2019. What are they afraid of? And Lord Humongous is saying they're afraid of revolts. Yeah, they're afraid of revolts. They're afraid of people. Yeah. So look at this one. Wow, from 5 years ago. Bitcoin to hit 40K. Yes, $40,000 as people lose confidence in governments 5 years ago. As people lose confidence in their governments, the banking system. I got it. Oh, yeah, look at that. There it is right there. Holy crap. And I think that's before it hit 40 large. Bank of England looking at negative rates. Yeah. Look at this from 5 years ago. Money laundering destroying home affordability in Canada's worst in almost 30 years. Toronto is the worst. Oh, yes, it's getting so bad that the person working 72 hours a week at minimum wage can afford a one-bedroom apartment. So if you work 72 hours a week on minimum wage, you still can't afford a one-bedroom apartment in Canada. So, middle class to be wiped out by 2018. Money laundering destroying young families 4 years ago. I don't know, just going over some reminiscing over the channel here before we switch over to the real episode of Mike of the Night. Susie, Merry Christmas, season's greetings. Merit, BC Citizen Alliance. Things are booming here, Mike. Who else is here? All right, guys, let's go to your comments. Come on, throw in some comments there. And I'm going to be switching over in 20 minutes. What's our timer on here? We got 20, what is this? 19 minutes to go, and we're going to be live on Mike of the Night on Odyssey to join you guys here. To join you guys where we could openly...
Hiya, pal.
We could openly be free. We could openly be free with one another and speak freely. Oh, man. What a day. What a Christmas. How was your Christmas, guys? How was it? What'd you guys do? I know it's New Year's this Saturday, so we're going to have to move in the night. Keep the vibes high. They destroyed everything through printing of currency and credits. Yeah, we got to get Lord Humongous back on. Maybe he can make tonight's show. I don't know if he's in an area where he could talk. Merry Christmas, Mike, says Alexandra Peach. Let's go, Brandon. The Junkyard Dog. Buddy, Junkyard Dog is trucking right now. I think he's in South Carolina. And then we got the McChronicle. I'm gonna try and see. I'm gonna work the phones hard tonight on Mike of the Night. I promise, guys. I'm gonna try and get the Raven on if he could come on. Try and see if he could come on. I guess he's working full. He's back again, and maybe we could get Steve the Plumber on. I'm just gonna start sending these people messages right now, see to turn on their Skypes, and we could get them on the show. Ooh, there's a lot of people here that we haven't heard from in a long time. I don't know. It's not that good. I got some messages here that are kind of saddening, like to read. Some saddening messages here that I get from people again, we can't talk about this on this. Just messaging a few people back here so they know I'm not ignoring them. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just, it's just really hard to be on everything at all times. And that's why we tune in and we get your calls in from Mike in the Night across the Commonwealth, connecting the dots with boots on the ground, Mike in the Night. And life lessons, economy destroyed, but my online reselling business had to go back to work at the post office this year. Sorry about that, life lessons. I know it's been happening to me where I just can't. The shipping is more money than the product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to relaunch my store. I'm going to start shipping within Canada and maybe the United States. And if you guys want to support me like that and don't mind paying the shipping and don't mind paying the little bit of extra on maybe you might have to pay customs or something on your country, depending if you're in the States. If you guys don't mind helping me out like that, and at least you get something, I would be very grateful to help me out, you know? So, anyways. Water's been out for 2 days, says Lord Humongous. That's how my Christmas went. Pamela Page's Mike, don't be sad. I'm not sad. It's just when you're bombarded, like, everybody has their lives, their individualities, their freedom, their choice, their minds, their but when it starts melding in hundreds and thousands of lives reaching out to me on a yearly basis, I'm talking maybe 6,000 to 7,000 people a year reach out to me. And hearing it from so many different points of views and hearing the destruction from so many different points of views, it's overwhelming at times, you know? I know I try to be a good citizen and all and do my best. So Intense Heat is already in the comments on... Intense Heat is already coming soon. Hold on, I got the chat open here for you guys on the Mike in the Night on Odyssey. Intense Heat is already there. Watching, waiting, 14 minutes to go. All right, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to do a bathroom break. And then I will be live. I'll be live on Mike in the Night on Odyssey. So I'm going to give you guys a link here on Odyssey. There it is right there. We're going to go live with a real show of Mike in the Night because we can't talk here on YouTube. So, yeah, Elizabeth, Merry Christmas. Feliz Natal. Good for you. Good. Everyone's doing good. Okay, guys, so I'm going to stop the stream, terminate it, and we're going to move over to the Mike in the Night on Odyssey. If you guys want to go over there, I'll be live in about 14 minutes. I'm just going to do a quick washroom break, check on the family, and I'll see you guys in a few. Mike